Houston's public transportation agency, Metro, is planning to purchase an additional 100 hybrid buses by the end of 2011 for a total of 449 hybrid buses. Also, our airport system and partners are working together to migrate to clean fuel fleets at the airport. Houston's new building codes save energy. Area builders have been quick to see the benefit of development of energy-efficient commercial, residential, and public structures. With our Green Building Advisory Committee, the City of Houston is actively improving the market for green living. For example, the city started the Leadership in Energy Efficiency Quick Start program to expedite LEED qualified projects as well as allow LEED certified buildings to receive graduated fee rebates.
Most buildings that meet LEED exceed minimum code. So green buildings tend to be higher performing buildings. And so LEED is not a requirement by city, but it is something that the city uses itself for our own buildings, for major renovations of our buildings. We're encouraging LEED. Some of the green strategies that we want to incorporate into the new codes will make our codes greener, and they might include things such as high efficiency, super high efficient toilets, or something called non-water or waterless urinals. This saves a lot of water, and water has an energy component to it as well, because when the city processes water, it uses a lot of electricity. So you're saving water, you're saving electricity, and it's good for the environment.
This effort means now over 70% of new Class A office buildings are designed to LEED classification. This accounts for nearly 6 million square feet of new office space. Nearly half of new residential homes are built to meet Energy Star standards. The city passed a mayor's resolution requiring all city-owned new buildings and major renovations to be LEED certified. This represents nearly 1 million square feet of projects.
It's just a phenomenal piece of history, because as the NASA building, when we were here, if you look right over here to this corner right there, we actually had the building with the NASA logo on it. And then behind me where you see our sign, we know we have the Gemini astronauts all standing behind this sign back in the early 60s when we were actually manned space headquarters.
Roger, backup clock is started.
As far as energy conservation, where else should you have a LEED building within a parks department? Parks, of course, are always protecting green space, and this is going to allow us as a department to have a LEED certified building. We're extremely excited about it.
The City of Houston is one of the first in the U.S. to join with the Clinton Climate Initiative to retrofit city facilities with energy conservation measures. Under this program, the city will upgrade over 11 million square feet of building space.
Beyond the renovations or building new city facilities, the city is also looking to reduce energy consumption by about 20 to 30% in existing facilities.
This is with a partnership with the Clinton Climate Initiative, whose sole purpose was to reduce energy consumption and emissions in the world's largest cities. The citizens of Houston should be proud of their elected leadership and their proactive efforts to reduce harmful emissions, address climate change, as well as being good stewards of taxpayer dollars.
The foundation of doing these from a financial standpoint is to try to generate the savings that make them a good financial investment for the city.
It's very important for Houston to go down this sustainable growth type path, both environmentally and economically. On the environmental side, it saves energy, it reduces energy consumption, reduces the need for more power plants, which will reduce emissions, improving air quality, improving quality of life. On an economic side, more sustainable type development is usually more efficient type development, which leads to lower costs, lower waste, so waste reduction. And in the end, whenever you have more efficiently operating city facilities that require less money to heat or cool them or light them, you're talking about possibility less tax rates or decrease in tax rates and stuff. So it's a win for the environment, and it's a win for the economy as far as reducing the cost of living, reducing the cost of doing business in the city, as well as improving quality of life.
Public infrastructure accounts for a major portion of the city's budget. Water and sewer sectors account for a large portion of the city's energy costs, approximately 35 to 45%. So this sector is a priority for energy conservation. One idea is the implementation of combined heat and power technology at wastewater treatment plants. This technology is expected to greatly reduce energy consumption at these plants, as well as improve reliability during natural disasters.
We've actually reduced some of our electric power bills through some techniques, but the biggest opportunity we have is what's called combined heat and power. Especially in the wastewater side of the house, we generate a fair amount of heat as part of our processes. If we can capture that heat, turn it back into energy, we have the opportunity to cut our power bills significantly. If we're able to do it to the max, we think we could save as much as $25 or $30 million annually, a big return to our ratepayers and our taxpayers.
We simply flip the switch to the traditional incandescent light, the high energy light, and look what happens to the meter. You can see that it's moving much quicker, using energy much more quickly.
Engagement and education at the grassroots level is an important part of the city's conservation efforts. Outreach efforts include the Houston Green Expo, the Youth Conservation Program, the Residential Energy Efficiency Program, which provides energy efficiency upgrades to residential homes, and the Houston Hope Program, which assists low-income Houstonians in buying energy-efficient homes.
Three main categories are point sources, such as your petrochemical facilities, your area sources, such as gasoline stations and dry cleaners, and your mobile sources, such as what you drove to work in today. Each one of these in and of itself is a very significant source. The mobile sources, for example, generate today around 140 million miles of vehicle travel in this 8-county region. And to put that in perspective, it's only 93 million miles from the Earth to the Sun. So every day we're generating enough mileage in this 8-county region to make it from the Earth to the Sun and halfway back.
Houston has made great strides to improve energy efficiency and to bring those savings to your front door. This effort has led to reductions in greenhouse gas emissions and has brightened the outlook for a more sustainable city. The outcome is a better quality of life for all who open their place of business or build their home in Houston.
We're proud of the progress that Houston has made in sustainability, in being a green city, but we're not doing it to be trendy. Look, the reality is that Houston is one of the fastest growing cities in the country. In the past, as cities have grown, they've had to build new power plants, and those have caused utility bills to go up and the air to get dirtier. Now here's what we're getting at. We want to continue to grow, but not have to grow utility bills or grow the amount of pollutants put in the air. If Houston, Texas can make this commitment to green energy and sustain it over time in the future, then any community can. And the payoff? We get cleaner air, lower utility bills, and we can continue to grow without worrying about whether we're going to dirty the air and drive those utility bills up.